SpaceX loses 40 Starlink satellites to geomagnetic storm the day after launch. SpaceX lost dozens of satellites after they were hit by a geomagnetic storm the day after launch, causing them to fall out of orbit and catch fire. These solar storms are caused by powerful explosions on the sun's surface that emit plasma and a magnetic field that can strike Earth. The company, which is owned by billionaire Elon Musk, said as many as 40 of the 49 satellites were affected by last week's launch. They had been due to join its Starlink satellite internet project. Starlink is Mr. Musk's bid to provide high-speed internet using thousands of orbiting satellites. This satellite is relatively expensive but can also be used if a cable connection is not possible. In Tonga, for example, where an earthquake in January cut the island's nation's underwater data cables, a Starlink station is being built near Fiji to restore access. The last 49 satellites are located 210 km above the Earth's surface. SpaceX said every satellite has achieved controlled flight following its broadcast on February 3. However, a day later, a geomagnetic storm hit Earth. This is the same mechanism that creates light as the northern lights, but it can also have harmful effects. These storms warm the atmosphere, making it much denser than expected. Onboard GPS shows that the speed of escalation and the severity of the storm caused us atmospheric resistance to increase by up to 50% more than the previous launch, SpaceX said. SpaceX is trying to put the satellites into safe mode by rotating them so they fly to the edge to minimize drag. The resistance is strong enough to prevent the satellite from leaving the safe mode and returning to the orbit they needed to launch in order to stabilize. Instead, up to 40 will fall back into Earth's atmosphere and burn. Jacob Geary, head of space surveillance at the UK Space Agency, said he did not expect no part of the satellite to fall to the ground. Events like this remind us space is challenging. It's still not easy getting satellites or astronauts into orbit, he said. Thanks.